In this little video, we'll examine and talk about the muscles of the buttock area and the thigh, as well as a couple of other structures in the thigh. This muscle group, of course, would be the Gluteus Maximus muscle. Lateral to the Gluteus Maximus, we have a long strip of fascia extending from the iliocrest to the tibia. And this long strip of fascia is called the iliotibial tract. Makes sense, doesn't it? Anterior to the iliotibial tract here, we have the tensor fascia lata. It puts tension on the fascia lata, which is a fascial investment of the entire thigh. Tensor fascia lata. Now there are four muscles which as a group extend the knee. It's called the quadriceps femoris, the quad fem. The anterior-most muscle of the quad fem is the rectus femoris. You can tell it because it's got a strip of fascia right down the front. You can tell it easily in the cadaver. Laterally, we have the vastus lateralis. The vastus lateralis is a huge muscle and is not only this part on the model, but also posterior to the iliotibial tract. So this is the vastus lateralis muscle. If this is the vastus lateralis, then what would this be? This is the vastus medialis. And the fourth muscle of the quad fem group is the vastus intermedius, which is deep to the rectus femoris, and you can't see it on this model. Working more medially now, we have a muscle that comes diagonally across the thigh, a very famous muscle known as the sartorius. It goes from the anterior superior iliac spine and then vests on the superficial tibia. Sartorius muscle. And then a muscle that comes straight down the medial aspect of the leg is the gracilis. And this little piece of tape here implies to me that somewhere on an examination somebody tagged this and said, "What is this muscle?" Well, that would be the gracilis. Between the gracilis and the sartorius, we have the adductor muscles. This would be the adductor longus. You can't see the magnus and brevis very well on this model. We'll have other models on which we do. And while we're here, let's talk about the femoral nerve, femoral artery, and femoral vein. N-A-V-E-L, navel, nerve, artery, vein, empty space through which the femoral canal passes and a femoral hernia might occur, and lymphatics over here medially. Working from laterally to medially, N-A-V-E-L. Now let's talk about the posterior aspect of the leg. We have muscles here which flex the knee. There's one muscle laterally and two medially, and these are all called the hamstrings. Hamstrings because if you cut this hamstring tendon, this hamstring tendon, and this hamstring tendon, you've hamstrung the person or the animal, and you prevent them from running because they can no longer flex the knee. This is the biceps femoris. This is the semitendinosus, which is more superficial than the semimembranosus muscle. These three constitute the hamstrings: semitendinosus, semimembranosus, biceps femoris.